Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. To throw, Huntley. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Here's Huntley. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This is caught. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Mixon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Huntley to throw. Out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, Martin. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down. Panther football to start quarter number 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Off the play fake. Huntley. They'll roll him out right. And the pressure gets to him again. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Coup for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Martin now throwing after the interception. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Huntley. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Huntley dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Martin. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Back to throw. Martin. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Martin throwing on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Martin. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This one fielded at the 5. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Here's Martin to throw on third down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
Off play action. Huntley. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
To throw on third down. Huntley. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Six yards left on second down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Gets around him. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big third down play there for the Panthers. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Back to throw. Martin. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with fourth down now looming. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Huntley's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Second down at 7. Looking to throw. Huntley. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. throwing on first down. Huntley flush to his right. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Martin on first down. Out left to Anderson. Touchdown Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Huntley flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Off the play fake. Huntley.
That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Keith Taylor.
And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Second down and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. To throw, Huntley. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Here's Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion.